Hello and welcome to Blue Army TV. I'm sitting here, admittedly quite a few days after Carlisle have announced the signing of Ben Barclay. Look, first addition to my setup up there was the Ben Barclay print from Mazzello Designs. So, a club legend with a very iconic moment. A big part of the promotion push last season, and I'm just happy to get it done, to be honest. It's one that, in all honesty, I'm not really sure how he would make the step up to League One. I wasn't really too convinced that he would be good enough for League One football. But the more I think about it, the more I think he'll do grand. I just think he will be fine. I think he's better on the ball than Morgan Feeney was, which I think is a lot more useful in League One than it was in League Two. I think his campaign last season was heavily sort of hindered by injuries, and when we needed him most towards the end of the season, he really stepped up. And if he can have a good pre-season, stay injury-free, maybe start the season as one of our first choice centre-backs, I see no reason why he can't be an absolutely fantastic League One player. He was playing in League One not too long ago before he went to Stockport, people need to realise. And the fact that we've got him on a free, I mean, it just makes this a very little risk thing. He's on a 2-year deal, no transfer fee having to be paid. He's here for permanent now. He's here for the next 2 years at least. And I'm just glad he's to get this done. I know the video's a little bit delayed today. That's because it's been quite a busy week. I was meant to get the video uploaded the day after he was signed, and I had the thumbnail ready and everything from Sonny, my thumbnail guy. It's just taken me this long to get this recorded, which I apologise, because I know there's been 2 more signings since, and they're gonna get their own video. But I thought with Ben Barclay being a signing made on its own, that I would make a video dedicated to him. Now, he hasn't been given the number 5 shirt. That's gone to one of the new signings that I will speak about in the coming days. But Ben Barclay, if he can continue at this club and continue to develop, because he's not a young player, but he's not yet in his prime, in my opinion. I think there is still plenty more to come from Ben Barclay. Look, I think if he continues his development like I think he can, and like I think Paul Simpson can, we've got a really good centre-back on our hands. And this signing is just another example of Paul Simpson making full use of the loan market. I said this in my last video about Robinson and McCalmont, because they're exactly the same, but I don't really like the loan market. I don't like the fact that we're getting a player in who isn't contracted to the club permanently. It's because I always think that their interest isn't 100% with the club. That's always my concern with players like that. It's the fact that they're going to be thinking about their own career more than the club, because ultimately they're just not going to be here next season. And I know that happens a lot with players anyways, like Morgan Feeney. He's not here, and I think he knew he was going to leave in hindsight. But yeah, I still think he put everything into playing until he got injured. But yeah, Paul Simpson's using the loan market slightly differently. He's not just getting in these Premier League academy players that pick 1 or 2 appearances for the club. He's getting players in that he wants to sign permanently in the future. He's doing it more as a long-term trialist sort of thing. McCalmont, the plan was always to sign him from day dot. Same with Robinson, and same with Ben Barclay now, obviously. Maybe the same is for Finn back as well, although I think it might be a bit more difficult to get him back. I feel like we might get him back on loan. But I just really, really respect Paul Simpson's system of getting a player in on loan with the view to buy them. It's a thing of, if they don't do well, we don't need to keep them. If they do well, we're well within our right to sign them. And these 3 players that we've signed so far, or up to this point, all young-ish players, especially the first 2. McCalmont and Robinson can both turn into some brilliant players. Ben Barclay, I think he's more of just a sturdy man at the back, and he's a good, solid signing that can still get better. And all 3 of them, although they're not new players, they're exciting players that I'm very glad to have at the club. They've all been a part of this promotion campaign, so we're keeping the sort of core of the squad together going into League One. And I think they're all going to be instrumental in a what could be a relegation battle, which could be a sort of mid-table season. We'll have to see. But yeah, Ben Barclay, overall, 7 out of 10 signing. Very happy to get it done. Very good player. And I just hope to see him stay injury-free this season. Thank you for watching. Apologies for the delay. But yeah, like the video and subscribe to the channel, and in a bit.